Hi there, Yang again here with the second part of creating our own sample ACF project. Um, Hold on a second. I need to go quickly go back because I forgot something. So in the first video, we set up the project, create most of the base files we need. We also uh, configured our gameplay tags, the basics. So no weapons or anything or items added, just the main category tags. Then I'm gonna go back, otherwise I'm gonna forget it. I set up everything, but I didn't put the game instance. Okay, so I do it now. And what I also directly going to do is go to the world settings and put the base game mode, so that part is okay. I'm not gonna do the character yet. I'm gonna first go through the documentation together with you guys, okay? So I'm gonna minimize this. I'm gonna open this, and here we're gonna look. So here is the main info. Here you have the video guides from other persons. You have the sample project. You need to send a proof, so basically a copy of your invoice to this email address. Then you have access to all the channels in Discord, the support channels. Here's a little bit explanation of what you can do with the plugin. So action system, items and inventory, equipment system, companions, AI groups, crafting systems, statics and RPC framework, and lots more. Amount system, ability system. Do you need to know C++? It is an advantage if you know it, I think. Um, Necessary? Boh, I don't think so. Then a little easy to use. Easy is not the correct word in my opinion, because the documentation is not really okay for this complicated plugin, because it's very powerful. No, I cannot say anything about that. But for yeah, finding out everything can be head-breaking, to be honest. But let's see what we can do. So yeah, in the quest system, to gather other assets. Yes, but like, may I use this together with other assets from the marketplace? Yes, but all depends a little bit also on what is it you want to use, because many times I see on the Discord people referring to assets that is basically already inside the ACF plugin framework. So then I have something like, why are you want to integrate a complex inventory system, for example, when all the code needed to build one is already provided? You just need to, it's like a puzzle, you need to find the pieces and connect the pieces. Only, yeah, like I say, the documentation could be better, but it is what it is, and you need to roll with what you got. So that's what we're gonna do. So modular, yeah, okay. Learning, you need to have a basic understanding of the Unreal, of course. And it's like, if you're gonna use this plugin for many of your projects, this is a long learning curve to have everything correct. It's not like other assets where you say like, oh, that's a nice vehicle. I drop it in my game. I check on let me say the controller, the AI controller, player controller, how they do the get in and the get out and those things. No, no. Here you have like basic code that you need to hook up to create your own stuff, you know? And what is very important are these diagrams, in my opinion. So I'm gonna try. So you have the Unreal, so that is the basic actor from Unreal. So when you go this one, if I go here, blueprint actor, that is that one. Okay, so that we don't need. So that is that one. Then from that actor, he created the ACF item. So that is the first, I assume, C++ class for the item. And you have also a world item class. This one is not a class, this is a blueprint interface. So this is basically the ACF interactable interface that is put on the world item. Let me verify this by going to, I think it was blueprints. Hold on. Do it like this. World. Voila. There he is. World item. Class settings. Interactable. So that's already on there by default. You see? That is that interface. Voila. Then he created a consumable, standalone, and then an equipable. And from the equipable, you can have armor, you can have weapon, and you can have projectile. From the weapon, you can have a ranged or a melee weapon. And they got, if I'm not mistaken, so the collision manager enabled on it. And the projectile. So the melee weapon and the projectile. Okay, and then what we are doing now, we will then have my awesome consumable as we follow this line in the item. So you create from this a child that will be then the awesome consumable. Same for here. You will create a child of this class that will be then my awesome ranged weapon. Same for the melee weapon. So it's very important that you understand this hierarchy. Also, why, again, when we go here, where was it? Blah, 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 blah. I think I already over it. Yeah, here, this one. So many times they start with the migration and you need to do a fresh. No. If people want to do a migration and they have a already ready project where the character is configured and you just need to add stuff to your character instead of breaking your character apart and make it work to the stuff you put in, you need to be sure where you're gonna parent. Because I find it many times easier in finding the correct way in parenting stuff than in copy and pasting all the code out of A to B to C, you know. And sometimes I always also do it like this. If I'm starting a new project, I always make a clean, flat, with no adjustments on it, class of this and call it my own. So I make an actor, for example, and then call it my base actor. And from that actor, I start the hierarchy like this. Okay? And then I always know if I need to parent, I always know that the base can be or can have something in between. So I always need to see if I got something in between. And especially when you go to characters, and if for example, the camera is already configured and some stuffs are configured, and you then, for example, parent, it could be that he's starting to number stuff, and then it breaks all the code later on, and that is something I don't want. So I always keep it minimized where I can. Okay. Then here is the character. That is a little bit more complex, like you see. It's the character class from Unreal, the first C++ class, then the BP class, and then like here we gonna the damage calculator. A little bit. These are components added, I suppose. Yeah. So this is the C++. Yep. This is also handy, like it is component based, and I always ask myself, like, if I create the character from here, this one, Yankski's character, for example, and I do the same components on it, will it work? That is always my question, but that's for later, if I'm in a good mood to test it. And then same like here, from these you create your childs, my awesome player character, my enemy character, and my companion. Okay, and then do we have here the animation? This is the animation hierarchy. So okay, here we need to go. So we need to see the animation. That is the animation blueprint, basically. Yeah, that's the BB version. The BB version goes. We have the actions. Yeah, so that is basically displaying the actions it's doing. Okay, so it will be my action. Yeah, okay, my action. My spell action. Where do we see spell action? Nope. And then, yeah, the animation blueprint. And then what do we, the controller, very important. Let me quickly check. So we have controller, player controller is from you. Then we have this one. The AI controller makes the group and and then the commands, it's from okay, and then what we got, my awesome controller made from this one. The AI controller is made from this one, and the command is made from this one. Yeah. Okay, so that is the base we always need to use. Then game mode, game state, game instance, yeah, that we did. This we didn't do. This we didn't do. And I think that is on the controller or is already set. That can also be. I need to check that. And then the game states. Yeah, but state PvE and PvP. what? I think in this one that are game state. So these are those two. What is different with those two? So this is really examining everything and before we go into, and then also to get a better understanding of how the plugin works and sits together, you know. So team effects component, team manager component, teams. Okay, team 1, 2, 3 neutral. No, that was not what I was searching for. Done. Yeah, one up. Then this one. Got. What is the difference? What I'm missing? Oh, no, hold on. Team manager. 5 teams. 1, 2, 3 neutral. Yeah. Fax was nothing. And the default is also nothing. The top level. Battle type. Everyone against everyone. Battle type. Team based. Okay. So yeah, that's a different. Okay, good. So that you know when you want to make a state that you can configure this. Okay, that is good. Then we go further down. That when after modulus of ACF handles all RPC sites, so game sites, let me call it then for your game. The beginning. Okay, so that is what we did. Setting up the defaults, attributes, parameter, and the statics. And like I say, we are doing our own, and I don't want everything. So, but there are things we need to set up here in order that I suppose everything will work. So there will be like if you look at this one, okay, health, yeah, that we know, but stamina, strength, no. But like the melee damage, the range damage, I think I need to have in there. So I need to add them to the parameters and go over it again. Then this is how you edit the tags, let me say, all your tags. So that is the first step you need to do. Basically, if you start from using the sample project, for example, then you can set up your own. Okay, we go down, attribute setup. So this is the explanation. I'm not very, I need to go over this a few times. Looked at TC Mabel documentation he made and then test everything, because like I want to keep my health at 100 maximum, so I don't want to go over 100 and 1000 and so that's why I want to study this step by step, just by first doing health and then expand it with strength and stuff like that. Okay, so in our project it will be health for the moment. So yeah, this is, then I'm reading because I know there was something saying you need to do something and I want to find it. So we're going to go over, yeah. And there's still the stamina and everything. Yeah, the leveling. You see, that is what I mean, like leveling, and then you get like C++ code, but there's no clean clean example, you know. Okay, curve base, movement delay. So yeah, the stats bar. So how you can do your basically your health bar or something, you know. But that we will do from the example and the plugin directory, but looking at the code and adding the code to our own widgets. So that is this again. Then the collision manager. Hold on, there was something I need to look. Oh yeah, here. First of all, you need to add the master component to your game mode. Is that correct? Do we have that set? Game mode, open, collision manager. So that was that one, eh? Component, this will be responsible of all the collision sites. Okay. Then, to start using it, you need to add the collision manager to the actor you want to deal damage and configure it. Okay. Came across this. This was it in this one? Let me quickly, that's a nice part that you can, you have the document, yeah, actors, let me say, where they containing some code and everything. But hold on, that is not the correct one. Was it this one? Yeah, this one. So this is basically, if I'm not mistaken, the setup explaining the damage zones. Okay. Okay, and then here's do stuff, and then here it basically prints a string. Am I correct? Begin play, handle collision detect. Begin play, handle collision detect. Yep. So here is also doing nothing much than printing the trace name. And then here you got some examples from start time, all traces, time traces, remove collision channel. Okay. So you need to really look and search basically. Okay. Then, like it's already done in the game mode, so that's good. Then extend the atom on your mesh and configure the component. Okay, so that means that you need to go on your skeleton. So now we really need to first build the character and set up the controller, but I want to also know where our HUD is loaded, basically. Okay. Yeah. So what do we have? We have the base player. I need to have animations. I need to have some character. So I'm gonna add them, and in the next video we are going then over creating first a character, making sure that we can walk and everything. Then maybe in another video we're going to go over the user interface and all those widgets we created so that they are working. And then once we have that, we are going to maybe integrate an external asset to be used and see how it goes with the default we got. But first we're gonna back up that. Okay, so I will see you in the next one, and thanks for watching. Bye bye.